This episode of Nerdist News is sponsored by Vudu's viewing party of Spider-Man Far From Home. Is the Marvel television universe dead? Everything is connected. That used to be what fans were told about how the Marvel Cinematic Universe and Marvel's television series tied into each other. We were promised a rich, shared world where what happened on the ground level with TV heroes would tie into and be reflected by what happened on movie screens with Avengers-level threats. And for a brief time, things seemed hunky-dory with that. Marvel TV's flagship series, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., definitely reacted to things that happened in the MCU, most notably the shocking turn of events in Captain America: The Winter Soldier, where it was revealed that S.H.I.E.L.D. had been infiltrated by Hydra and ended with the spy organization collapsing. However, the love was never really reciprocated by the Marvel films. Threat after threat came to New York City with nary a defender to be spotted on the big screen. For every mention of the incident in Daredevil, aka the Chitauri invasion of the Big Apple, there was only silence from the Avengers in regard to their Hell's Kitchen counterparts. And let's not even get into Inhumans, the project that started as an MCU film but ended up being the short-lived TV show that was practically canceled 5 minutes into the first episode. Sorry, Black Bolt. However, while the MCU and Marvel Television never outright contradicted each other, the two sides have also never played together like fans had hoped they would. And now, rumors are swirling that the future of Marvel Television might be at risk of getting snapped away by Thanos himself, with insiders reporting that Marvel Studios might be taking over all future Marvel offerings for TV. But is Marvel Television really dead? Let's take a look at both sides of the equation. First, let's define what exactly constitutes Marvel Television. Marvel TV, run by Jeff Loeb, is a separate entity from Marvel Studios. Where Marvel TV still reports to Marvel Comics head Ike Perlmutter, Kevin Feige at Marvel Studios reports directly to Disney itself. Marvel TV is made up of shows like ABC's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Agent Carter, Fox's and FX's shows like The Gifted and Legion, Hulu's Runaways, Freeform's Cloak and Dagger, and the various Netflix Marvel series. And the MCU is, well, it's the MCU. We should all know the films by now. The first bit of evidence is that there isn't much left on the Marvel TV slate of projects. Their big hits like Legion and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. have either ended or are preparing to end. Netflix has canceled all of their Marvel shows, and with the costumes and props having been sold off, it's safe to assume those versions of the characters are donezo. And while Marvel Television is still developing a Hellstrom series for Hulu, it was recently announced that the Ghost Rider series that was also being developed was canceled. The rumor being is that it was so the character can be used in the MCU instead. What Marvel Television still has, though, are Runaways and Cloak and Dagger, both of which seem to be going strong, perhaps because they cater to their younger audiences in a fun, authentic way. But the most damning evidence that Marvel TV is in trouble isn't just the fact that Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios are making shows based on their popular film characters, but that they are also tackling shows with characters that haven't made a feature film debut, like Miss Marvel and Moon Knight. With Marvel Studios stepping into the streaming television game, this means that they are now a direct competitor with Marvel TV. And that's just not sustainable. It wouldn't be shocking for one of them to eventually fade away into nothingness, and it's easy to guess which of the two that could be. In regards to all of this, one TV literary agent told Variety, Feige's shows are so far beyond anything Marvel TV has been able to do. He has access to all of these MCU characters that the other Marvel live-action stuff just doesn't, not to mention way bigger budgets. However, Variety also reported a Marvel Television insider told Variety that the company has several live-action projects at various stages of development. A spokesperson for Marvel Television declined to comment. Marvel Studios did not respond to a request for comment. Looking at all the evidence, it does seem that Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios will be taking the reins on most Marvel live-action shows from now on, but this doesn't mean the end for Marvel Television as an entity. Marvel TV is still working on several animated projects for Hulu based on Marvel characters like MODOK and Howard the Duck. This seems to be a safe direction for them to go in by making their own animated universe that is separate from the MCU, using characters that might not work in live action. And of course, this only pertains to Disney-owned and licensed Marvel characters. We know that Sony is developing several television shows with Phil Lord and Chris Miller for the Marvel characters they own the rights to, Spider-Man and his amazing friends. And enemies. So there still will be other Marvel TV shows, but from other companies instead of from multiple companies under the Disney umbrella. But what do you folks think? Is Marvel television fading away? What Marvel TV show would you want to see under the Marvel Studios umbrella? And are you looking forward to Sony's upcoming Marvel TV shows? Let's discuss. Thanks again to Vudu for sponsoring today's episode. Spider-Man fans, get ready to hit the web. On October 4th, Vudu, the streaming service with all the latest movies to rent or buy, and even thousands of titles to watch for free, is hosting a viewing party for Spider-Man Far From Home. Join Vudu along with Nerdist alums Dan Casey and Maude Garrett as you stream your copy of Spider-Man Far From Home on Vudu at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Follow Vudu on Twitter at VuduFans and use the hashtag VuduViewingParty to join the conversation and for a chance to win some awesome prizes like a 65-inch TV, an autographed poster, a PS4, and more. Rent or buy Spider-Man Far From Home on Vudu to tune in. We'll see you there.